All right, so we're diving into some La Liga action today.
Yeah.
We're going to break down Espanyol versus Celta Vigo coming up on November 30th.
Right.
You know, both of these squads are kind of struggling
Yeah.
in the bottom half of the table,
Absolutely.
which makes this one super important.
Yeah, every point is huge right now.
Exactly.
Especially with how tight the race is at the bottom.
Yeah. So let's get into it.
Okay.
We've been digging into all the stats and reports, and the first thing that kind of jumps out to me
Okay.
is Espanyol's recent form.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a little all over the place.
Yeah.
Upsetting weaker teams, but then
Right.
getting exposed by the stronger sides.
Yeah. Their losses to Girona and Barcelona really highlight that.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, a 4-1 loss to Girona
Right.
and then a 3-1 loss to Barcelona.
Yeah.
I mean, they've shown some signs of being solid, but those heavy defeats suggest there are some issues.
Okay, so what about Celta Vigo? They seem to be controlling possession, but
Yeah.
not really turning it into wins.
Exactly. One win in their last 6 matches
Oh.
is a worrying sign.
Yeah.
And even those draws have come against teams they should be beating
Right.
pretty comfortably.
Yeah. So we have a team that can't seem to stop leaking goals.
Yeah.
And another that can't buy a goal.
Right.
Even when they're creating chances.
Exactly.
Sounds like a recipe for a pretty unpredictable match.
Yeah, I think so.
Don't you think?
I think it's really hard to predict.
Okay.
Both teams desperately need a win.
Yeah.
So, you know, I could see it being a very cagey affair, or it could just be
Right.
a wide open, frantic match.
All right, let's look at their home and away form.
Okay.
I'm curious about Espanyol at home. Can they use that to their advantage here?
Well,
Their record this season hasn't been,
it's been a bit shaky.
yeah, convincing.
Yeah. Wins against Granada and Osasuna are good,
Yeah.
but then you see those losses to Real Madrid and Sevilla.
Right.
And it makes you wonder if they're
Yeah.
really that strong at home.
So what about Celta Vigo on the road?
It's kind of a mirror image of Espanyol's home form.
Interesting.
They've struggled against the better sides, but they've picked up some points
Okay.
against the teams at the bottom.
So maybe a slight advantage to Espanyol then.
You could say that,
Okay.
but I don't think it's a huge factor.
Yeah, okay.
What I find interesting is the tactical clash.
Okay.
Espanyol seems happy to sit back, absorb pressure, and then hit Celta Vigo on the counter.
Ah, the classic park the bus.
Yeah, exactly.
So are we going to see a 4-4-2 from Espanyol?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
They've used it recently.
Okay.
It lets them really control that midfield, make it hard for the other team to get going.
Right. But of course, there's a trade-off there.
Of course.
You can't park the bus and expect to score a bunch of goals yourself.
Exactly. They've shown some real defensive weaknesses, especially against teams with some creative attackers.
And that brings us to Celta Vigo, a team that loves to attack.
Yeah, they're all about high pressing.
Okay, so for those of us who don't know all the tactics,
Right.
what does high pressing actually mean?
So basically, they try to win the ball back really high up the pitch,
Okay.
close to the opponent's goal. They want to force Espanyol into making mistakes
Right.
and then create chances from those turnovers.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah, very high energy.
So we have one team that sits deep
Mm-hmm.
and another that wants to suffocate them up high.
Right. It's like a class
That's
there.
a real clash of styles.
Yeah, attrition versus aggression.
Yeah.
Celta Vigo needs to break down that Espanyol defense,
Right.
but without leaving themselves open to the counter.
And for Espanyol, it's about staying organized.
Yeah, being patient
Right.
and picking the right moments to attack
This midfield battle is going to be huge.
is going to be massive.
Isn't it?
Whoever controls the midfield controls the game.
All right, so we have two teams that need a win,
Yeah,
two totally different tactical approaches,
right.
and a big midfield battle.
Mm-hmm.
What else should we be watching for?
Well, the wing play is going to be interesting.
Okay.
Both teams rely on their wingers a lot. Espanyol's fullbacks have been caught out of position before,
Yeah.
so Celta Vigo will try to take advantage of that,
So Espanyol's fullbacks need to be ready.
for sure.
Are there any other individual battles to watch out for?
Keep an eye on set pieces.
Okay.
Espanyol is dangerous in the air, and Celta Vigo has struggled defending set pieces.
So that could be a real difference maker.
Absolutely.
It's amazing how these little things can change a game.
Yeah, it's all about the details.
So let's talk about the betting odds.
Okay.
What are the odds makers saying?
The odds are pretty even,
Okay.
which shows you how close this match is. But what really stands out to me
Yeah.
is that both teams have scored and conceded
Wow.
in their last 5 matches.
Okay.
That tells me this could be a high-scoring game.
Yeah, nothing is guaranteed here.
Right.
Which makes it even more exciting for you, the listener.
Definitely.
So stay tuned.
Yeah.
Because in part 2, we're going to dig even deeper.
Absolutely. It really could be a goal fest.
Yeah. All right, so let's look at some individual matchups.
Okay.
You mentioned Espanyol being weak out wide.
Right.
So those battles between their fullbacks
Yeah.
and Celta Vigo's wingers,
Mm-hmm.
that'll be huge, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, Celta Vigo's got some seriously talented wingers.
That's dangerous.
Fast, tricky, good at cutting inside.
And they can cause real problems in the box.
So Espanyol's fullbacks need to be super careful.
Yeah, they can't afford to get caught out of position.
Now, we've talked a lot about tactics,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm always curious about the individual players.
Right.
Are there any specific guys whose performance could really swing things?
Yeah, there are a few.
Okay.
For Espanyol, their captain,
Okay.
he's the anchor of that team.
Mm-hmm.
Plays defensive midfield, tough tackling, reads the game so well.
So he'll be trying to shut down Celta Vigo's attack.
Exactly. He needs to win that battle in the middle.
Every team needs a player like that.
Right, and someone to protect the back line.
Yeah, what about Celta Vigo?
Well, their striker.
Mm.
He's the main danger man.
Okay.
Clinical finisher. Always finds space in the box.
Sounds like Espanyol will have their hands full.
Yeah, they need to keep him quiet.
So it's kind of a classic battle here.
Oh, yeah.
Attack versus defense.
Mhm.
What do you think, listener?
Yeah.
Who do you like in this one?
Are you going for Espanyol's defense?
Or Celta Vigo's attack?
It's a tough one.
Yeah,
That's what makes football so fun.
so true.
So many things can happen.
Okay, so let's get some practical info for anyone watching live.
Okay.
Where is this game being played?
This one's at the RCDE Stadium,
Okay,
Espanyol's home ground,
got it.
just outside of Barcelona.
Okay.
It's a pretty new stadium. Holds over 40,000 people.
Wow, so the atmosphere should be amazing.
It's going to be electric.
All right, so what time does it kick off?
5:30 p.m. GMT,
Okay.
which is 12:03 p.m. Eastern Time.
So clear your schedules, everyone.
Get your snacks ready.
It's going to be a good one.
A big La Liga matchup.
All right, so let's recap everything.
Okay.
We have 2 teams fighting to stay out of relegation.
Both need a win badly,
Espanyol has looked shaky at the back.
and Celta Vigo has struggled to score.
Tactically, Espanyol will sit deep.
And Celta Vigo will try to press high,
And we have some key battles to watch.
especially in the midfield and out wide.
This is going to be a tactical battle.
It really is.
With some real attacking talent on display.
A real chess match
Yeah, every decision could make the difference.
between winning and losing.
So it's all about those little moments.
Right, the individual battles.
What are you watching for, listener?
What are those little things that catch your eye?
Because those are the things that can change the game.
Absolutely, those moments of brilliance.
Or mistake.
All right, the things that keep us on the edge of our seats.
It's going to be fun to see how it all plays out.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so as we wrap up this deep dive, we want to hear from you.
Yeah,
We've talked about the form, the tactics, the matchups.
right.
But now it's time for your prediction.
It's your gut feeling.
Do you think Espanyol can shut down Celta Vigo's attack?
Or will Celta Vigo find a way to break through?
Head over to our social media.
Let us know who you think is going to win.
And as always, remember,
Yeah,
this deep dive is just the beginning.
it's a starting point.
Yeah, dig deeper into the stats.
Watch the highlights.
Maybe even watch the game live
There's always more to learn.
about this amazing sport.
Absolutely. Football is always
You're
changing.
always throwing up surprises.
You never know what's going to happen.
So keep exploring.
Keep analyzing.
And most importantly,
Enjoy the match.
we'll see you next time.
Sounds good.